What's up, everybody? You're watching JoeBox TV, giving you my official prediction for the highly anticipated heavyweight title fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I already gave my official prediction earlier this week, but I did want to go a little bit more in detail. Here's how I see it playing out. Now, back in November 2015, Tyson Fury showed us that he might be the best boxer in the heavyweight division, just on skill set, when he ended Vladimir Klitschko's near decade-long reign as heavyweight champion, pretty much schooling him throughout. And because Klitschko had relied on his height and reach to just wear his opponents down with that jab, he was thrown off guard when he was facing a slightly taller fighter in Fury with tremendous upper body movement. Fury's a lot more agile and he's quicker than you'd think just from looking at him. And he showed against Vladimir Klitschko what he was made of. And now he has a legitimate claim as heavyweight champion of the world because Klitschko had dominated the division for so long. Here's the thing, that was 3 years ago, back in November 2015. Can Fury still be in that top condition that he once was in? Fury's been very open about his battles with alcohol, drugs, and depression, and he overcame those battles to get back to where he is now, for a chance to be the man again at heavyweight by taking down Deontay Wilder. Here's the dilemma. Does Tyson Fury really have what it takes to stay away from that right hand for a full 12 rounds? I don't think so. This is the same point that I've been echoing for a while now. I'm not sure if he can avoid that right hand because Wilder's a much more aggressive fighter than someone like Vladimir Klitschko. Now, both of these fighters have been displaying extreme levels of confidence, but I do see a little bit more confidence in Wilder. I mean, at 40 wins, no losses with 39 knockouts, he's got every reason to be confident. This would really be a breakout moment for Deontay Wilder if he pulls this off, which I think he will. He already showed us that against Luis Ortiz that he can take a big shot and get right back into it, and he is able to finish Luis Ortiz off and maybe the fight of the year so far. So I don't know if Fury has enough power to keep him off. I see the fight playing out like this. First couple rounds, Wilder, I think he's going to come out fast, but I do think he's going to have trouble finding the target early. I think Fury's length, his upper body movement, is going to give Wilder fits for the first couple rounds. I think he's going to keep him on the end of that jab very well. He's going to catch Wilder with some good counters, because when Wilder attacks, he is often very reckless and technically flawed. So first 2 rounds, I think Fury outboxes him. I think in the 3rd round, Wilder lands something that gets Fury's respect. I'm going to guess that Wilder takes round 3. Then I'm going to say rounds 4 and 5, Fury gets right back into it and starts outboxing him again. I mean, as big of a puncher as Wilder is, we know his technical flaws. So after 5 rounds, I think Fury's probably up 4-1. At this point, you're going to see Twitter going crazy, social media going crazy, Wilder's being exposed. But then in round 6, I think Wilder catches him with one of those big right hands. I think Fury throws out a lazy jab or something because he often throws arm punches. He often leans in with his punches. I think Wilder probably drops him in round 6. And I can't get this out of my head. Fury got dropped by a guy who was moving up from cruiserweight in Steve Cunningham. So can he stand up to Deontay Wilder's power? I don't think so. I mean, Fury was able to get right back up against Cunningham. Against a fighter like Wilder, he gets caught just the right way, he probably gets knocked out cold. So like I said, round 6, I think Wilder drops him. I think Fury's badly shaken up at that point, and I think Wilder finishes him off in the 7th. Should be a very entertaining fight. If Fury can stick to the game plan, he could pull this off, but he's going to have to fight a perfect fight. And with the wear and tear, I gotta be honest here, considering the wear and tear that he's put on his body, and is he really going to be in tip-top shape to be able to fight that perfect fight for 12 full rounds and stay away from the right hand for a full 12 rounds? I'm not sure. So I'm picking Wilder by 7th round knockout. Now let's talk about the fight between Adonis Stevenson and Alexander Gvozdyk. Contrary to popular opinion, I'm going with the upset here. Gvozdyk got a new trainer in Teddy Atlas, so I think, technically speaking, his skills are going to be on point. I think, as huge a puncher as Stevenson is, I think he's starting to wear down. I think he's past his prime. He's showing signs of age, I think. In his last fight against Badou Jack, I actually thought Jack won 7 rounds to 5. It wound up being a draw. I think majority felt that it was either a draw or Jack won. But what I've seen in some Stevenson fights, like the fight against Fonfara or the fight against Badou Jack, he starts out very quickly. Starts out blazing. Then fades if his opponent doesn't go down, if he can't get his opponent out of there. It's almost like the Mike Tyson effect, as I like to call it. He doesn't get you out early with that power, he gets discouraged. I think Gvozdyk gets caught with some shots in the first few rounds. Who knows, maybe even Stevenson scores a flash knockdown. Don't get me wrong, he could end the fight by early knockout with his power. But I think Gvozdyk is going to be able to box well enough in the first few rounds, land those sharp right hand counters. I mean, I think he's up for the task. This is going to be definitely the biggest test of his career, but I think his punch output is going to give Stevenson problems. I could even see a late stoppage, believe it or not, with as much power as Gvozdyk has shown before. But I'm going to go with Gvozdyk by unanimous decision. I think, given their current status, Gvozdyk has so much more upside at this stage of his career versus where Stevenson's at. So let me know what you guys think, both between the Wilder-Fury fight and Stevenson-Gvozdyk. Won't be too long from now, from when the fights start. And also, Luis Ortiz is going to be fighting on the undercard, who gave Wilder by far the toughest fight of his career. He's in, I think he wins fairly easily against Travis Kaufman. I think Jarrett Hurd wins fairly easily against Jason Wellborn, although you never know. So let me know what you think in the comments below. JoeBox TV,